Welcome to Drake's ASMR. But for real, we're going to talk about this Land Cruiser that we just finished up our phase 1 build on. We got a lot more to do to it, but we just finished this yesterday, right in time for our rigs and coffee, so we're going to give a quick walk around of everything that we did to it. So, starting off, this is a 2024 Land Cruiser 250, just the regular one, not the 1958 or anything. This build's gonna be really cool, and we've been waiting a long time for a lot of these parts. But yesterday, we just finished up the first phase, like I said. So first phase, always Method wheels. We got the Method 305s and a plus 35 offset with some Toyo Open Country AT3s. These are 35 1150s. So on these portal, obviously, one other thing we missed is the portals. That's obviously the biggest thing about this first phase of the build is the portals. So paired up with all of this, we chose all these parts pretty specifically for it because the customer wants to keep it in his garage. So you can run 37s on these with just a little bit of trimming and stuff, but 35s, they're doing it right. It's completely functional, full flex, no rub. Well, it's got a little bit on the bumpers now, but we'll fix that. On top of all of that, if we walk around to the side here, we can actually see we did a Dobinsons MRR full coilover setup with their billet arms. So these arms are adjustable. You got on the car adjustable, so you can actually loosen up all these jam nuts and you can push or pull this arm whichever way you need to go for caster, camber, all of that. Inside here, we have our high speed and low speed compression settings. And then up here on top of the coilover, this is how you adjust your rebound. So this suspension is fully adjustable. We can make it soft, we can make it plush. If you're doing a long highway trip and you want to use it kind of like a sway bar, you can adjust it up and you can get your low speeds compression up all the way. And that way it just keeps your body from tipping too much. But the minute you hit the dirt and the trails, just take it all soft, make it super low, slow, flexy. It's very plush, very plush. The MRRs are, in my opinion, my favorite coilovers. I have them on my truck. We do a lot of them here at the shop. Hands down, can't recommend them enough. Let's get to the other side, and we can actually see down into some of the portals. So the portals are obviously from 74 Weld. We've done a few sets of theirs, but all billet everything. So inside here, you can see your axle's coming up here, but your wheel actually mounts down here. So inside this portal housing, there's actually a bunch of gears in here. So you're getting a re-gear and a lift kit at the same time. And there's a 5-gallon bucket right here, just sitting under to show that we have full clearance over that. So it's a really sweet setup because the Dobinsons on this kit is actually only giving you maybe an inch of lift, maybe. But it's longer travel. So we get the best of both worlds. We get the height from the portals, but we get the extended travel from the Dobinsons. So this is a very sweet setup. It rides extremely good. You can take your hand off the wheel going 70 down the highway with the portals and it just tracks completely straight. So it's a really, really cool setup that does a lot for you at the same time. A lot of people kind of freak out when they hear the price of the portals, but when you realize how many different setups you're getting with that one kit that you're putting on, it actually might make sense for your build. The portals are expensive. The new gen Toyotas they're about 17 grand for the parts, but you're getting 4 inches lift, 3.88 to be exact. You're getting a gear reduction in there, so you can fit 37s, 38s, even up to 40s if with enough trimming and cutting. And you're gonna have the gearing for it, especially paired with Toyota's new 8-speed transmission. On top of that, it does give it a very cool wide stance that sticks out. That's why we run a really positive offset, because any normal offset that we would run, it would be sticking way too far out here. But it's been a really, really cool setup. Phase 2 begins literally next week. We just finished this last night, drove it here, got some miles on it. When we get back to the shop, that's when more fun begins. So we have Descent off-road bumpers coming in. We have their full front bumper with a come-up winch getting stuck in there with some lights. And then on the back, we're actually doing the Descent dual swing rear bumper. Now, on the back, as of right now, one of the cool things about Descent is their swing arms are you can add them very easily after the fact. So on this one for right now, just because this is actually his second car, we're just doing the spare tire carrier. So it's a full high clearance bumper. It'll come up all the way up to here, and it'll have a tire swing that has an integrated table into it. But later on, as his needs change or as he's getting out more in this truck, we can just bolt on another swing arm with either a ladder, a cabinet, fuel storage, a tray, kind of whatever. That's really one of the beauties of Descent and then when you actually take those swing arms off, if you ever want to, you're not carrying around that extra weight. You don't have it in your way, and it just swings on there. You guys will see more of the video when we get all that put together. but it's going to be a really sweet setup. It's actually a fairly simple build on this one. Very good quality, very awesome parts, but very simple overall. Just bumpers, portals, suspension, wheels, and tires, and that's really the basics. But this thing is going to be one of the most capable LC250s on the planet right now. Well, this is our 2024 Land Cruiser that we're building for a customer. Follow along with the process. It's going to be a fun one to watch.